I have a quiz for you. What do you think these have in common? Pencil, a pen, a handheld tape recorder, an iPad, or a laptop computer? Well, for me, they have one thing in common. I've used all of them for the past 46 years to write reports. Why do we write reports anyways? You ever wonder that? Well, it's really for the fact that we have a short memory, and if we don't write reports, we'll forget what happened 5, 10, 15 years from now when we have to testify in court. But speaking of remembering, there are some things that in law enforcement I wish I could forget. See, each of us go through a variety of difficult circumstances and things in law enforcement that are pretty difficult. To take, for instance, early on when I was a young cop, I got involved in a shooting of a hostage kidnap, and we ended up shooting the hostage instead of the suspect. Fortunately survived. A few years later, I was writing a traffic ticket when my partner got shot by a sniper. Fortunately, he survived, and we never found the suspect. Fast forward a few more years, when I was a brand new sergeant, had another hostage kidnap situation, and one of my men got shot with his own gun while they struggled with a suspect. And then going on a few more years, I've been at work where I've seen some of my coworkers carted away in ambulances. I've seen just horrendous trauma, and even as I'm speaking right now, you're probably digging in your memory bank saying, yeah, you're right. I've seen a lot of things that you just couldn't imagine. But for the past 21 years as a coroner investigator, I've had the distinctive pleasure or displeasure, whatever you want to call it, of handling the deaths of 4 law enforcement officers in uniform. Having 3 children who are law enforcement officers also, that really is really difficult to do, especially as I see them laying on a table. It just brings back memories of my own children. And those of us in law enforcement, there's stress, there's pressure, all kinds of things going on, but one of the things I've learned is to really depend on God to carry me through that. For instance, in the book of Psalms, chapter 118, it says, out of my distress, I called on the Lord answered me, and he set me free. See, the Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do to me? So, no doubt in my mind, if you're in law enforcement, you've been through some really difficult things, and you're thinking, man, there's just no way I can get through these. But yeah, you can. If I've done this for 46 years, there's no doubt in my mind that you can do it too, by just relying on God to carry you through it. Let me leave you a wise saying for cops before we close. It goes like this, and perhaps it'll be like a little jingle you can remember it. Before you start your day on the street, pray God's blessings on your hand, your heart, and your feet. Let me say that again. Before you start your day on the street, pray God's blessing upon your hand, your heart, and your feet.